And I have on my heart to share, according to the poll, a meal planning tip that saves me so much time and money as a big family mom, which is so important now more than ever, because show me a single person, show me any big family mom that's not feeling the pinch of inflation, right? Like the price of gas on our 15 passenger van has literally doubled where I live in Canada. And I know it's very similar in the States. So this is a very good time for me to share the tips that I've learned over the years as a big family mom. Like I said, save me time and save me money. So I'm just going to get right to it because we're in the middle of a heat wave. And I'm going to go and enjoy this little bit of shade while it's left on my porch with an icy drink after this. Okay, so this is what I printed to read, something I made on Google Docs. It's just a very simple, like they have like almost like an Excel spreadsheet, which you can do in Google Docs. So I just created a little spreadsheet, and it's got, it goes around Tuesday to Tuesday because we used to do grocery shopping every Tuesday. Now it's Monday. The point is it's got the meals here, and all I plan is dinner because we're pretty repetitive at our house. So this is kind of a tip within a tip. Our breakfasts every day are the same thing. It's cereal and raisins. And then on the weekend, we might do some eggs. And on lunch, it's always the same thing too. We always just usually do simple sandwiches with some fruits and veggies and like a yogurt. Might be the yogurt day or not yogurt day. I keep it really boring and simple. And that's fine. It works for me. The only thing I really plan is dinner. Because I like to jazz it up. I don't like, but like I usually have a little bit of a different meal than the kids, just because they need more carbs than I do, for example. And I want to make sure they're getting what they need. And sometimes I eat a little bit of a different time schedule because I like to do a little bit of intermittent fasting. So I might eat at 11 o'clock when they eat at noon. Point is this. I meal plan, but here's the tip I really wanted to give to you, because a lot of people will take the time to scratch out, a bit of a meal plan before they make their grocery list. But I've simplified it even further. Here's where it saves me time and ultimately money, is I have anchor meals. I just made up that word, anchor meals, where these are meals that are the same type of meal every week. And I actually work my way up to 4 of them. So for example, it means Friday night, every night of the year, 365, winter through summer, burger night at the Hills household. We always have burgers, whether we grill them inside or outside. It's always burger night. Kind of a fun way to kick off the weekend too. My husband loves a burger. So it just really, it's just one of those feel-good family meals that works for us. And we can adjust it. Like I could have a burger salad if I'm going easy on the carbs, or I could slam it in the white bun and enjoy the burger like everybody else. We make fries in our air fryer, and sometimes we'll even make strawberry shakes for mom and dad with like, whey protein and stuff and sugar-free and all that good stuff. So anchor meal number 1, probably our most fun, is burger night on Fridays. And then on Sunday night, we usually always have pizza, but it's really hot right now. So we kind of moved more into nachos for the summertime. And I have teens now in the household. I have young adults who, between my oldest daughter and my twin sons who are 15 and my 14-year-old, they're learning how to do meals, so they get to help me with this. But the point is, I still do the planning because we pay for the groceries. I want to make sure we pick up everything in one go. Maybe one smaller shop, right before the weekend, my husband might pick up a couple of things like some fresh produce, we're like, oh, we're a little low on milk, but I want to just save time and money and the gas that's so expensive by only going shopping once a week, meal planning with the anchor meals. So yeah, pizza on Fridays. We have, did I say pizza on Fridays? It's hot. Burger Fridays, pizza or nacho Sundays. I always do sandwiches on Mondays. And in the winter, it'll be soup and sandwiches or just soup and bread. So it has it's so, I don't even have to look at my list anymore. I've got it memorized. And got my daughter beside me. Yeah. Okay, so my kids really got into tacos a couple of years ago. I never grew up having tacos, but we watched Cloudy the Chance of Meatballs, a cute little animated movie, and they had taco dials. They're the cutest things, these little crocodiles with taco mouths. And then, of course, my kids, I was like, tacos? People eat tacos? It seems like a budget kind of thing to do, those awesome people who invented tacos. So we started doing tacos, soft tacos, you can get like the cheap shells. So, and then I make like taco soup in the winter, or taco salad is another fun one. Like build your own salad with all the different little toppings, the sour cream, the veggies, the meat, with the taco. I even make my own homemade taco spice because it's so cheap and easy. Let me know if you want it, because I can share it in the group, in the Big Family Moms group. It's so simple. And I make it in a big jam jar. So Tuesday night is Taco Tuesday, right? It rings Taco Tuesday. So there's 4 meals that are already anchored. So when I sit down once a week, we do groceries now on Monday. It just worked out. When my husband takes one of our sons to jiu-jitsu lessons, then he pops in and does the groceries at the same time. So we're just doubling up. So yeah, I sit down on Monday, I like print off 12 of these at a time, and I just grab a new one. I keep them in a folder. This junky little folder, I've had it forever, but hey, it serves its purpose. And inside of it, I just keep a few printed copies, so away I go. Now here's the other thing I do. It took me a few years to get here, but once you got it, you got it, right? When you sit down at the computer, actually make a form for yourself. I actually made, can you see this? This is a grocery list of everything I normally get. I got so tired, the unglamorous life of a stay-at-home mom, making another grocery list. I mean, it serves its purpose. I love having, food in the pantry, and I'm very grateful to God for his faithful provision. We've never missed a meal or gone hungry. It makes my life so much easier, saves me time and brain cells by just putting a check mark beside the same thing we need again. So yeah, we still need lettuce this week and apples and bananas. And I have like an assortment of meats depending on what I've planned, the dairy section. And okay, nerd of all nerds, but follow me here. It's in order of how we go through the grocery store. Because, like we have our regular grocery store we usually go to here in town. So yeah, you just and I can give it to my husband. And he just blah, 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 or I just take a picture and send it to him on his phone. Time and the money, like this saves money because then my husband isn't in there getting all the chips and stuff. I'm like, honey, that wasn't on the list. I mean, he's okay. We have a little allowance for a few special things, but this helps him and me when I do the grocery shopping to stay on focus, not have to go back 3-4 times in the week, spending all the extra gas and the time, right? So it all starts here. Look, I just got some water on it with meal planning with my Anchor meals. Now, last thing I'm going to show you real quick before I go is I used to have this scribbled out on a piece of paper for years, but then eventually one day I just sat down. I was like, I got a couple of minutes. I'll just type it up once and for all. And that way, if I lose it or there's a house fire, God forbid, I will always have this because it's in the cloud. And I actually wrote down all the regular meals that we rotate through in the different seasons. And I put them in different lists. Like I have, our protein is like kind of an anchor because we kind of lean towards a trim, healthy mama kind of lifestyle, if you're familiar with that. So I just put a protein in our meal and I build around that. So I listed all the different types of proteins I could think of, from our favorites to like some random ones we don't get as often, like, I don't know, fish sticks. We don't get those as often as say we do get pork chops or chicken, right? Or eggs. Eggs. Big money saver there. So then I have a list of carbs. I have a list of different actual meal ideas from different types of casseroles, soups, crock-pot meals, like maybe Asian flavored things, salads, sides, like veggie sides. And then I got some desserts. I even got a list of Sunday breakfasts because I always do a special Sunday breakfast. So when I'm sitting here on Monday morning with my meal planning list, I fill in my anchors. Right, I'm just put them in the 4 right there, and I only have 3 meals left to plan. And if my brain is it's not happening because it's Monday morning and I'm still getting back into the swing of things, I grab this list, or I might ask the kids, hey kids, what do you want to have for, give me some inspiration. I'm not promising it's not your birthday or anything, it's your birthday, you'll probably get what you asked for. But on a regular week, this just reminds me, it jogs my memory. I'm gonna be like, oh yeah, salsa and chips. We haven't done that forever. And if you're really looking for ways to streamline your grocery bill and look for ways that you can save another $50 on groceries, then this can help you build around, a protein. So you're not sacrificing nutrition, especially if you're growing children, as best you can with, the resources you have. You might then veer towards the more budget-friendly proteins like eggs, for example. Be like, hey, so I have a recipe, if you want, it's on my blog, of 3 of our favorite summer meals, and one of them is make your own big salad. I think I called it, what did I call it? Power salad. Or you can call it monster salad to make it even more exciting. I have 7 sons. So when they eat monster salad or power salad, then it makes salad more exciting. And it's all the little toppings and all these little bowls. And that was a meal that I forgot about, because if I haven't made it for a couple of weeks, I just forget about it. But I remind myself by being my own best friend and keeping some lists. So before I go, real quick, if you want a copy of these lists, let me know. Pop a comment, and I will, I can make these available in the Big Family Moms group, something like a free download if you just want to get them. And I can make them blank so they don't necessarily start on Tuesday. You can always, I just put in the day of the week here. Oh, another tip. What I also have, I don't know if you can see this real well. This is the next shop. So I magnet this to the fridge. And then, of course, like the day we go grocery shopping, then I'm like, oh yeah, we're out of pickles. Yeah, but next week got to get dog food or diapers or something, right? So I can just start making my running grocery list for next week. And down here, I have future meal ideas, because I might be like, ooh, oh, you know what we haven't had in the longest time? We haven't done a stir fry. So we can put some inspiration, or I might be like, oh yeah, remember Terry, your in-laws are coming next week, and write something down. So this is just a great way that I can capture things quickly. I keep some pencils in a little magnet bucket on the fridge. I'm looking at it right now. It's like 28 of there jammed in there. Not till September when school starts up again, then they'll be all gone. So that's how it works for me. I'm going to pop in real quick, say hi in the questions. So here we go. Sandwiches, both lunch and supper on Monday. Oh, okay. So how I make it more special, right? Because like, you know, when I say sandwiches at lunch, it's just like sliced bread, like whole wheat sliced bread. But the sandwiches I make for supper is with homemade bread. So I just got a bread machine off Buy Nothing for my local community because my bread machine died yesterday. And for the first time in I think a decade, I actually kneaded bread by hand, the old school way. And it still worked. I maybe didn't knead it as much as I could have. So it was a little more dense, but I make homemade bread. Or sometimes we might, you know, if I'm just not feeling it or I'm not well, pregnant, postpartum, whatever, we can always just pick up some buns. Sometimes, I don't know if your local grocery store has sometimes a discount rack for buns and breads and other bakery items that are about to go. And sometimes they're 30, 50% off. So that can be a great way to get something you're going to eat that day or just chuck it in the freezer. Costco also has, like my Costco anyway, has a giant bag of these little sandwich buns for $5. So that's a great way to build your own sandwich. And the sandwiches are more fun on Monday night because it's make your own sandwich. So I'm not just making you this little, you know, ham cheese sandwich or a little PBJ. This is build your own on homemade bread. And I put out lettuce, lettuce, onion, pickles, usually 2 meats, but I cut the meats in half so that my kids aren't going like, you know, just stretching out the budget because they don't need to eat all of that. Put it the mayo, the mustard, anything else?
Sometimes hot peppers.
Oh yeah, sometimes hot peppers for those of us who like it hot. So that's what makes the Monday night sandwiches more special. It's make your own. And like I said, in the wintertime, it's still the same bread. I just don't make the sandwiches. I usually make a soup in the crock pot that I start on the morning. And then it's just some nice, hot, fresh, homemade buttered bread, which is so good. So I'm just going to pop in and see if there's any other questions before I go. Here we go. Oh, Brittany, I couldn't see who was talking to me. Brittany, thanks for popping in here with me right now. Oh, that's me talking to myself. Okay, awesome. Well, I'm so glad that these ideas have helped you. Like I said, if you want a copy of these that I've created, I don't mind. I could take some time and get it available for you. So you can have these printable meal planning sheets. And if you want, oh, I wasn't thinking of doing this, but I just love you so much. I don't mind sharing this with you either. Like, you know, I can make this available for you as a part of the download. And there's some spaces you can see. You could write in your own, you know, what your family likes, your flavor profile, maybe your nutritional requirements that you need for your family. We have dairy intolerance in our family. And like I said, I go easy on the carbs. So I try to make things flexible as much as possible so that I'm making one meal for everybody, because this is not a short order restaurant. I'm gonna make one meal, and this saves me time and money and brain cells. So yeah, let me know if you want that. I can make that available as a free download. Otherwise, I'm gonna pop out. If you want some more help though with organizing all of this and saving money and saving time, especially as a big family mom, I'm just gonna mention real quick, I have a link below, my Big Family Home course, where I cover all of getting organized, getting in a routine, and staying calm as a mom and helping your kids do it. And that right there is going to save you a lot, right? The brain cells, so that when you do sit down to like do your groceries, something so normal, so staple in any stay-at-home mom's life, it's just going to be a lot easier, right? And then you're going to be planning food that's good for you and maybe not overdoing it because you're buying a whole bunch of junk and emotional food. I've done it. Okay, so I just wanted to mention that that's available to you, and now I'm going to pop out. So